laughing here because I had a special question to ask Cheryl. She's got the guts to do it. It's great. It's awesome. We can really do this. I'm Trevor Lund from RevTrev.com, and we are talking to Cheryl Shea in the counseling corner at RevTrev, and Cheryl's been helping to answer some questions from RevTrev readers, and this question came from I wrote a blog post before about somebody whose friend wanted, well, basically she was a grandma. She wanted breast implants. That's the only thing to tell. Now, so this person asked me, specifically for her situation. She has breast implants before she was a Christian. She's become a Christian. She's concerned about the safety of them. She would like to get rid of them. Her husband, who's not a Christian, would like her to get new ones. And she's wondering what the best thing is to do. Lots of different things we can talk about here.
Yeah.
Cheryl, I'll let you pick whatever you want there.
Oh my goodness. Well, I guess the first thing that you need to do is even just find out if they're dangerous or not. Mm-hmm. In the question, she referred to a certain type, and I can't comment on that. So do your research and see if you even really have to go through any surgery, because any kind of surgery is significant. And if you don't have to do that, then I would say don't bother. I don't think it's necessary. But the other question, I guess, that comes into it is the things that we do to our bodies for self-esteem, for fitting in, mm-hmm. to fit a certain image. Women and men, I've heard recently that the most significant group to access cosmetic plastic surgery is men.
Oh, really?
Yeah, huge increase in the last few years of men wanting facelifts and...
Huh.
Yeah.
I thought that was the benefit about being a guy. So I didn't need makeup, I didn't need to get surgery, but now you're telling
me...
Not
anymore.
My goodness.
Not anymore. So there you go. Yeah, you could just pull your eyes up a bit.
I kind of like the crow's feet, though. It's kind of...
I know, it's sort of a little bit of gravitas,
Like
right?
that. Yes, yeah.
So I just think as a believer, our bodies belong to the Lord, and if we haven't done anything like that, really, why would we? Mm-hmm. I think it's usually a reflection of our self-esteem because we don't feel good enough about how we look.
Yeah. And
also, it's probably not the best stewardship of our finances.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're contemplating that, I even laugh when I see all these younger kids with piercings and tattoos all over their bodies, and I think, it's going to look really funny when you're 70.
My daughter wants to be a tattoo artist. She wants to get a tattoo herself, and I'm like, okay, just wait until you're at a certain age, like that you can see what it's going to look like in the future. Like, no tattoos until you're like 35 at least. So.
Yeah, exactly. But in terms of this woman's situation, I guess the first thing she needs to discern is if it really is dangerous to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it is, then she's doing it for safety reasons, and she needs to talk to her husband about that. And, sort of determine which way to go from there. But it's a discussion that she needs to have with her husband. It's difficult because as a Christian, I won't quote this right, but you might be able to help me with it, where it's our bodies, when you're married, your body as a woman belongs to your husband and vice versa. Yeah. So
I don't know if that was talking about breast implants, so I just don't know.
No, I don't know about that either. But I think if it's probably because you've already done it and you're saying to the Lord, I realize this was wrong. I think differently about my body and myself. I realize I don't need it. But to remove them if you don't need to and then cause difficulty in your marriage is probably not the best choice.
Yeah, well, I think what I'm reading here is that it's less expensive for her to get new ones, to get replaced, than it would be to take it out. So it's kind of maybe financially that way too. I mean, that can be in there too. It's like
Girl to girl, if you've had breast implants and you get them removed, you're going to have reconstructive surgery because you're going to be really saggy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, you're going to have to do something physical to remedy that somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I gave her an answer, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was.
Okay, well, that's my answer.
I appreciate that so much.
Yeah.
We the thing for me that really stood out was I found an article that was talking about what did it talk about? Just the level of, I can't even remember the term, but basically the people were far more likely to get cosmetic surgery when they had issues like low self-esteem, when they didn't have the relationship, when they didn't have a father to bless them, when they didn't have, and so like I understand that and I get it, and we all of us change our appearance in some way, and it's a matter of degree, like where does it come in. I think probably what I told her was that it is between her and her husband, and there's probably more things to discuss here than I could probably get to. So, thank you so much, Cheryl. I appreciate your guts, and
you always have interesting questions.
Well, it's good. People come, they ask me questions that they would not ask their pastors, and it's a great level of trust, and I appreciate that so much. The other part of it is because I'm not as connected to them as their pastor would be, I get a whole lot more abuse than I would if I was their pastor. So anyway.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's like,
don't abuse Trevor. People.
Don't abuse
Trevor. It's not
Trevor.
a Christian thing. Don't abuse him.
I had somebody. Yeah. Anyway, they signed up for my Twitter tip bucks. And they lambasted me. They unsubscribed because in my autoresponder, I've got this how to unfollow those who don't follow you back on Twitter. There's a video training there.
Yeah.
This lady, I cannot believe any man of God would tell you to unfollow, blah, 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 and all this stuff. I'm like, you don't understand Twitter. Like, why? Like, you can't follow anymore if you've used up all your follows. You've got to unfollow. So you've got to know how to do that. And it's like, anyway. God bless them. Anyway.
Yes.
I really do enjoy Christians. I just shouldn't be that sarcastic. Thank you so much, Cheryl. And EdmontonCounselingServices.com, author of the book Soul Surgeon. What are your booklets, too? I forget what they're called.
One is Healing, How God Heals Our Hearts.
Yeah.
The Healing Power of Confession and Forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
And Recovery from the Wounds of Abandonment and Rejection.
And have you finished your book on how moving to a
the Book of Common Prayer has set me free from religion?
Yeah.
No, but we could talk about that someday. It's an interesting journey.
That's awesome.
So there you go. I'm now in an Anglican church in a very formal service, getting set free from religion.
That's awesome. So connect with Cheryl at Edmonton Counseling Services, and we'll have her back whenever we can.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.